Welcome back to my birthday episode. My birthday is on Monday. It is the last year in my 40s. So I kind of want to open this right off the hop to invite you into what is a divine dare that you have for me for year 49. It's so wild to think that this is the last year of my 40s. And also, I would love to just open it up to make it the most epic year ever. So, if you are an avid listener of Winning the Divine Lottery, this is your invitation to send me a DM on Instagram and give me a divine dare. Like something magical, something that might expand me, something spontaneous. Something that will invoke my heart and soul, something that will open up floodgates of magic, inspiration, abundance, generosity. Well, you know me really well. So give me a divine dare. I would love to know. And I'm actually going to take some time to think about what this would look like for me. To me, like New Year's starts on my birthday, not on January 1st necessarily. And in truth, before we hop into today's episode, I want to share with you that I had a really cool experience last night with one of my best friends, getting to witness in real time a lady sharing her miracle with me. And what I find so fascinating and synchronistic about that is I changed the intro to my podcast. I say, Welcome, Miracle. I'm just going to start calling everybody Miracle now. Like, that's your name. Because I coined it. I called it a few months ago. I said, we're just going to start witnessing miracles all the time in my city because we are normalizing miracles because they're normal. They're part of the natural experience of being spirit divine. It's just that we haven't been exposed to them often. They seem rare. And I'm just really excited because being a part of Dr. Joe's community, we just experience these things all the time. So I'm really excited. I actually hope to have her on my show. Stay tuned. And today we're going to talk about contraction. I love sharing the truth of my becoming process and where I'm at right now. And contraction is a word that's really come through for me. So if you feel like you've been in a season contraction, in the season of contraction, or you prefer expansion, the feeling of flow and openness and next levels manifesting over cocooning phases, the contraction period when we're really brought back into ourselves, you're going to want to stay listening to this entire episode.
Are you ready to wake up to life being the lottery and your soul being the jackpot?
Welcome back, Miracle. You just walked into a field of magic, synchronicity, and straight up soul jackpot energy. Here, we don't play small. We remember who we really are. Infinite, golden, and ready to catch those wild, life-changing moments the universe keeps tossing your way. Inside every episode, you're getting real-time reminders that you are already enough. Cosmic nudges to dream bigger and actually believe it. Guests who keep it real, raw, and unapologetically human. And a whole lot of spontaneous magic that might just leave you saying, wait, did that just happen? Because around here, vulnerability is sexy as fuck, and we're not here to hide our brilliance. Get ready, because today, the universe is totally in your corner, tossing confetti like it's on a sugar high. Let's dive in. All right, so I have been going through massive contraction, and part of the massive contraction is actually in my thinking. I really do feel like that's where it started. At the beginning of this year, it was almost like I was grieving last year. For me, last year was such a year of expansion that I just wanted to have another year or even better like that. So I found myself easily comparing how this year was going to last year. And we just have a tendency to do that, right? Our brain actually also looks for evidence of what it needs to keep us safe. And if I had this big year of expansion, there is like this innate program within me that says, oh, well, that's enough for now. Like, that was your ceiling, Amy. Now, what do you have to do to break through that ceiling? And especially in the last 5 weeks, with my wrist healing from the break that I had, I'm literally physically feeling contraction, right, in my body. And so I just had this moment of awareness of I don't like contraction. Like Amy prefers expansion. Amy prefers liberation, flying, freedom, getting to do what I want when I want. And when things happen in your life to have you pivot in a way that you don't necessarily like I'm a manifesting generator, if you know human design, and I'm learning more and more about it. And what I love about human design is it's almost like a permission slip. Like Bashar says, everything's like a permission slip. So it's a permission slip for me to really understand my energy and how I move through the world. And I'm a fast mover when I'm following my highest joy. Like I have rocket ship energy. And prior to the My Time to Rise Summit, that's the energy was that I was in. And then boom, that all changed because I fell, broke my wrist, and now I've been like going through this healing. I don't have a lot of mobility yet. I don't know if you're watching, but my cast came off, well, a week ago, and I'm recording this 2 days before Thursday. So there is this um, part of me that resists the contraction, and it brings up all of the things that I'm still resisting. So I think part of contraction, the way I came to understand it on a deeper level this week is that it's the birthing process, right? We expand and we contract, even with our breath, right? We breathe in, we expand, we exhale, we contract. But if you think about the exhale is the letting go. And if we're resisting contraction, and we're feeling it and it feels uncomfortable, even painful, it hurts, it's because it's actually contracting all of the patterns that are held in our nervous system, in our subconscious mind, that are still keeping us in the illusion that we are not free. And now those patterns can be I'm a victim, those patterns can be I'm helpless, those patterns can be confusion. Like there's just so many things those patterns can be. But what it does is it actually shows you all of the place you're kind of still holding yourself hostage when your soul just wants to be free. And this is not a place to condemn yourself and be really hard on yourself. In fact, it's a place to lean in, to soften, to have compassion, to listen, to move gently and tenderly and work on the exhale because it is a letting go phase. It is a birthing phase. And even if you think of a butterfly inside of a cocoon, and it's interesting, like I kind of said to myself when I had the cast on my wrist that this was a cocoon. It was helping my wrist feel safe. But now that the cocoon is off, it's like the wings are there, but they're needing to dry out before there's this full trust that it can fly. And so it's so easy for the brain to go, oh, well, look what my right hand and wrist can do. And look at what my left hand. And like comparison is the thief of all joy. So even if you're comparing you to you, what you can do to what you can't do, I mean, that still steals your joy. And we all go through these phases of contraction, whether you feel it physically in your body or not. It could be when it looks like nothing is working out for you, that you put in the work, but nothing is working out for you. It doesn't feel like your manifestations are happening. Life feels really slow. It feels like you keep getting pulled into a different direction or detours or delays. And it's just, you get to the point where, like, what the heck is happening? Right? And then your brain goes, what am I doing wrong? And it's not that you're doing anything wrong. You are literally in the contraction phase, the cleansing phase, the recovery phase, the letting go phase, the resting phase. And here is something you need to hear me say right now is rest is not earned. Rest is an invitation to be with whatever is happening. You have permission to rest. And you can make rest a part of your income plan. If you are a solopreneur, I need to share this with you because this is huge. This came through for me because I was like, I'm not currently um, creating a lot of income for myself while I'm healing. And it's interesting that fear programs around being worthy and abundance can come into play. I'm being so vulnerable with you guys right now. And it's not like the next level or the next level of money that you end up bringing in as income makes all those fear-based belief systems go away. They just show up differently and it's another layer. And so I was like, no, I'm just so done with the belief or whatever the subconscious program is in me that says rest means I will go broke. Or rest means I'm not worthy of being well provided for and well taken care of. F that. No way. No fucking way. Like, I'm not buying into that belief. I shared this on a podcast episode. I can't remember which one it was, but I had a meditation once. It was earlier this year, I do believe. And I literally heard God whisper, Amy, I want to take really good care of you. And guess what whisper has been there in my field throughout this whole entire healing journey of my wrist? That same line. It's like Spirit is reminding me that God wants to take really good care of me. And what does that look like when everything looks like nothing's working in your favor? Like you've had to completely slow down from rocket ship energy. That is where this deeper layer of trust and faith has no, I don't know what the word is I'm trying to say. Like it has to expand. Faith is I'm laughing because I'm hearing this come through me and I'm like, "Oh, wow. There's always contraction right after the expansion, even if we don't see it, even if it's not as big as we want it to be, right? But the expansion for me right now, and if you can relate, I would love to know is the deepening, the expansion of trust and faith in that little whisper that I heard that God wants to take really good care of me. That means all of my needs are taken care of. That also means I have more than enough to heal well, to nurture myself, all the resources that I need to provide that for me. It's like an unwavering, like leaning into that and abandoning the old identity that says, nope, no time for rest. Like you don't have a partner. You don't have a partner that you can lean on that will help support you through this time. That's the old program. And that's a program that's been around for a really long time. For any of you single people that I'm speaking to, if you're a solopreneur and you're single, this is generational. Like our grandparents and great grandparents stayed in a relationship because of financial security. And so I was going through all of these emotions, and I want to share this with you because I'm becoming. I will always be becoming. I will always be being and becoming. That's expansion. That's growth. I haven't arrived anywhere. And even when you think you have arrived somewhere, it's not an arrival. It's an expansion, and there's always room for expansion, more expansion, right? And sometimes the expansion is like, I don't know what this is turning into. I know there's parts of me dying, but I don't know what I'm becoming yet, right? Like the caterpillar doesn't know it's going to be a butterfly. It has no clue until it comes out of the cocoon. It has these things, it's completely transformed, and that's transformation. To completely change forms. And so this is so important if you're hearing this because I'm living this. I am walking through the fire. I am walking the river of change. And being a solo entrepreneur always comes with so much uncertainty. But I have something to actually hang on to that is so certain. And that was the whisper of, I just want to take really good care of you, Amy. That is more true than any of those old fear-based programs that have come up for me. And I know this to be true. I have enough evidence of this in my life. So, what is expanding in me right now is trust in my favorite place to play, which is the unknown, which is the void, which is not a place of lacking. It's a holy fucking throne. It's where all creation births itself out of. It's where God does his best work. So why in the heck would I let my old programming get in the way of that? Instead, if you're with me, I'm going to invite you. What is wanting to birth through you right now? Have you had a little whisper in your life and a little intuitive nudge? And is your survival programming, is it that lack fear-based survival programming that's trying to convince you that you have to do more, that you cannot rest? Not now. Not now. It will look around and be like, no, this is urgent. We need to figure this out now. Mm-mm. No, you don't. And you know what? You're going to create more stress for yourself trying to figure it out from that energy. Rest, if you even say it and exhale and soften, rest is when your nervous system is regulated. It's when it's relaxed. And what is expanding in you and me right now is the invitation to be able to rest and relax even when you can't see what's working out for you, even when you don't know that it's working out for you, even when you have no evidence yet that everything is working in your favor. When you can start regulating your nervous system and allowing yourself to rest, all of those old fear-based patterns, trauma that are held in the nervous system, the subconscious programming of lack, of that you need to do more and be more to prove, then that starts to dissolve. And what you do now is you realize, wait a second, I'm not actually doing this alone. Like it's actually not all on me. I'm co-creating with an infinite universe. And if you were already on the other side of this, who would you be being? And one of the things that I want to share with you is you would be at rest. You wouldn't be worried. You wouldn't have spikes in your cortisol levels. You would not be stressed out. If you knew that you were well cared for and there was somebody or someone or a group of people, it doesn't matter. If you can just put your energy of, oh man, I'm so well cared for. I feel so blessed. I feel so lucky. I feel so fortunate that I always have more than enough. That if anything happened in my life, I know I would be taken care of. If you can start training your mind and your body, your heart and your brain, your nervous system and your egoic mind to exhale, to settle, to rest in this trust, in the middle of uncertainty, in the middle of the unknown, in the middle of you don't know how long this season is going to take, in the middle of you don't know when the tables are going to turn, that you'll actually tangibly be able to see it. If you can lean into rest, ease, what you do is you open up the space for creation to take its course, for miracles to show up, for magic to happen, for less doing and more being in the rest. And then all of a sudden you get this inspired idea, or someone pops out of the blue and offers you an incredible opportunity that makes more money than you've ever made before in your life. This isn't woo woo or airy fairy. This is science. When we are at rest and we are in the energy of, everything's working out for me. They're like, there's no reason to stress. Sure, I'm going through some things. Sure, I'm healing. Sure, things have slowed down. Sure, it doesn't look the same as it did last year. That's okay. Sure, I don't know exactly what's going to happen. But what I can do is rest to the best of my ability. What I can do is catch myself every time I want to follow the familiar thinking and that old pattern and lean into trust more and lean into faith. Lean into trusting the unseen and letting those forces work on your behalf and knowing that time is on your side and knowing that when you're at rest, things happen. Things happen faster than you could ever expect them. But when you're stressed out and when you're in urgency mode and when you're in survival mode, you push against the natural current of energy that is trying to carry you to the exact place that will give you relief. But first, you need to give it to yourself. So, I feel complete for today. Just a reminder, I just looked at my phone and it's 1:49. I'm like, I'm turning 49 on Monday, May 19th. That's crazy. 149 is 49, and there's also 1 and 9 in there. Interesting. And yeah, I want some divine dares. I won't say that I will relate to all of them or take them all on, but I'd love to hear what your ideas for me are to make 49 my last year in this decade, to make it the most epic year yet. I would love to know. Thanks for listening. If you love this episode, do me a favor and share it with somebody that you know and love. Subscribe to YouTube channel, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts, and leave your comments. If you're on YouTube, leave your comments for what are your divine dares for me down below. I'd love to see them. Listen up, you miracle worker. Ever wondered what it's like to have your soul painted directly onto a canvas? Yeah, you heard that right. A quantum soul painting from Amy, where your higher self goes full diva mode and takes over the paintbrush. It's like your soul did a full-on runway walk and then said, let's put that energy everywhere. But wait, that's not all. Ever wanted to know what's really going on behind the scenes of your life? Well, buckle up for a soul reading so mind-blowing you'll be asking, how the hell did she read my soul like a book? Spoiler, it's magic. And guess what? You can ask Amy any question, and like a cosmic wizard, she'll pull out a channeled answer, a spontaneous riff, or an unscripted soul speech that's really a transmission in disguise. It's like your soul's personal TED Talk, except way cooler and more mystical. So if you're ready to take your soul's VIP tour, Amy is here about to drop some cosmic wisdom and paint your life in high definition color. What are you waiting for? Your soul just sent a memo. It's time to go.